Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying with Jim Misiura. Today I'm going to tie a LivelyLegz Tungsten Bead stretch cord nymph. The hook I have in the vise is the LivelyLegz Lip Splitter Fly Hook. This is a number 135, size 12. This is a barbless Scud shrimp hook, nymph hook. One extra strong, one extra short, offset, black nickel. The bead I have on is the LivelyLegz Down and Dirty Tungsten Bead, 3mm, sizes 12 and 14, and this is a black bead, and you get 15 in a pack. The legs I'm going to use are the LivelyLegz legs, and these are going to be the small size 12-14, and there it is. I'm going to use a black one. It's just samples that they sent me, and also got some rust or brown and some olive in there. I'm going to take the legs, and I'm only going to use 2 of them. 3 is too many. I'm going to cut that front tab off most of the way, and I'm going to cut off the back here. Just leave a little piece on there and leave a small tab on the back. Oop, get that where you can see it. Okay, although this is a tungsten bead, I'm going to put a couple of wraps of lead-free wire on there just to help hold that bead in place. Going to make it drop even faster. I'm going to use this 20 thousandths lead-free wire because that countersunk hole is a little large. I'm only going to put like 5 wraps on there. Pull that off, push that up inside. That also gives you a little bit fatter of a body there. Just going to trim that off. The lead-free wire is a little bit tougher to break than lead wire. We know lead is very soft. I'm going to use black thread, and this is 8/0. And we're going to start the thread behind the wraps and push that up into the bead. Secure that. I'm going to break off the excess there. The stretch cord I'm going to use, you just get this from the craft store, black stretch cord, and this is pretty small stuff. Going to tie that in and butt that stretch cord up to the beads. Then as I go back, I'm going to stretch that cord, and I'm bringing it to the side to kind of get it out of our way so we can put our tail on. For the tail, I'm going to use some black bucktail here. And I only want that tail to be just the length of the hook shank. I'm going to take all of that. I'm going to trim that down. Get a little bit of control on there. And that way I'll have that long enough to just hit the lead-free wraps. And we're going to go ahead and tie that in. I'm going to bring my thread back up to about just in back of the bead. I'm going to take the legs and I start them out on my side, and we're going to wrap it right in between, and that's going to put those legs right on top. once again, you don't want to do any crossover wraps with these legs because you can get them out of position rather easily. We're going to keep those legs, or that thread, right in back of the legs. And I'm going to take that stretch cord. I'm going to stretch that pretty good. I'm going to put one wrap underneath the tail. And then start to wrap that forward. And you may think that a rubber band would be the same, but this material is different than a rubber band. Rubber band will actually rot on you, and this stuff will stay. This isn't going to be UV affected. Keep that nice and tight, get a nice slim body there. Bring that right up to the right up in back of those legs, and then we're going to tie that off. I'm going to go ahead and put a wrap in between those legs just for security. Pulling that tight as I do it. And then we're going to trim that off. Bring our thread in back of those legs once again. Black Krystal flash for the Wingcase. I got a whole bunch of small ones here, so I'm just going to pick some of them out. I don't know, I have 6 or 8 of them there, maybe 10. Remove those short ones. And we'll go ahead and tie that in. Moving that thread to the back of the legs once again. Now for the thorax, I'm going to use my black Krystal Dub Rabbit blend. We want that thorax to be a little thicker, so I'm going to put on a decent amount. Going to give it one wrap in back. And remember, always watch that bottom because that's the important part. And bring that right up to the bead. Now we'll take our Krystal flash. Using those small pieces, I have to be a little bit more careful. And always be careful not to catch a leg. Get that one wrap in there, and then I can let go of it. Put a couple of wraps in front. And remove that excess. Going to put just a little bit of dubbing on there just to hide the thread wraps. Give that a wrap. Now I'm going to go ahead and whip finish. Tighten that up. Gonna put a little bit of head cement on the head area there. Put it on the bead and let it slide right down. And here we have a LivelyLegz stretch cord tungsten bead nymph. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends. Please visit my sponsors. And most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.